Hey YouTubers, and welcome back to Tony the Technician's channel. And today on Tool Talk episode 4, like I stated last week during my Harbor Freight catalog review, today we're going to be focusing on different pick sets, hook and pick sets, what they're all useful for, different brands, styles, and all of that. I have 4 different brands here that I'm going to show you of my own. Well, one, the Matco set, is my friend Amanda's, since I locked my all my stuff up in my toolbox at school and forgot my key that day, so I borrowed hers, but it's the exact same set. So thank you, Amanda, for the pick set. I'm going to clean them up for you and try not to lose them. But I have 4 of my own here that I'll show you, and then I also have my Matco catalog and my Snap-on catalog that I'll show you the different styles that they have, as well as the Harbor Freight set that I don't have that a lot of people do have and like. So I'll show you all of those, and I really hope you guys enjoy. Also, once again, go check out my 2.5K sub gift giveaway video. It was done last week, I believe. So look a few videos back on my channel and you'll find it if you haven't enrolled for the gift giveaway. This is what you have the chance to win. It's the 3-piece Craftsman striking pry bar set made here in the USA. It's a great pry bar set. I have one of my own and I really enjoy it, so I really hope you guys will enroll and have your chance to win it, and I really think you'll enjoy as well. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and as always, subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Thank you guys. Okay, YouTubers, so this is what I have here for you guys. Just going to quickly go over these, kind of show you the different designs that they have in pick sets, and the prices, part numbers, all that good stuff, so you can get a good idea of what you're looking for and what to expect to pay when you get different sets. So here I just have a cheap Pittsburgh set, a Matco set, which this exact same set, or very, very, very similar set, you can get from Craftsman, Snap-on, Matco. I mean, basically everybody makes a set like this. Then you got the Matco set with the comfort grips, and then you got your bigger Gearwrench hook and pick set. So I'll be going over those, and then I will be using these catalogs to show you what else Snap-on and Matco has for pick sets. And then one set I do want to mention real quick is just this $2 set from Harbor Freight. I know a lot of people get it because it's really cheap, and picks, you know, they're handy, you know, all the time. So even a cheap set like this will get you by for removing little O-rings, cleaning out crevices and stuff like that. So for $2 you can't really go wrong. And if you don't have a Harbor Freight by you, you can also pick these up on eBay or Amazon for like $4. But then again, if you order them off of Amazon, you could just go with a little bit bigger or nicer set. But I'll leave that up to you guys. So now that I've went over that, we will save these catalogs for towards the end. Let's get into actually reviewing these. Okay guys, so to start off, I'm going to start off with the cheaper set and then work my way up. Just to kind of give you guys a comparison of each one. But first off, I already showed you guys that cheap $2 one from Harbor Freight that actually people tend to enjoy. This is also a Harbor Freight set. This is the one that I picked up. It's a 4-piece set, but obviously you only have 2. It is the flip one, which I find really handy because if I'm going to do something, I like to have more than one pick, and I don't like to carry them because then I tend to stick them in my pocket and poke myself with them. The thing that's nice about these is obviously you have a different style pick on each end for getting at O-rings, cleaning crevices, things like that. But one thing you do need to keep in mind that if you're going to work with these, just be careful not to grab the other end, or careful how you're picking. You just don't want to poke yourself with this. But you have the straight, you have the 90, and then you have your hook and this kind of offset. Hopefully you guys can see that. So you have a good variety of different styles of picks here for just 2 tools. I believe this center shaft is like aluminum, and the shafts of the actual picks are actually really strong compared to a lot of the cheaper sets. I really expected these to be pretty weak, but they're actually pretty strong. Also, these run about $4, I believe, from Harbor Freight, or you can just type in double-sided pick set online and you can find some almost identical to this for a really low price. So that's just a cheap set of picks. Can I give you guys a close-up of those? And I've enjoyed them. This was my first pick set that I ever got before I got my Matco and Gearwrench one. So this is what I keep here at home for small jobs. But now let's get into the next pick set. Alrighty, so the next pick set I have up is this Matco set, which I stated before you can get this from Craftsman, Snap-on, basically anybody makes the same style of pick set. But from Matco, it is STK6 is the part number, and it runs anywhere from $37 without discount to $18 with, or you can find it through somebody else like Craftsman for around $20. But it does come in this nice little plastic baggie. It's not cheap or anything. It seals up really well. I like to keep them in here just because it keeps humidity from getting to them. But it does make it a little time consuming to get out what you want. So a lot of the time people will just, take them out of the bag and set them in their drawer. But what you have here is the baggie, of course. Then to start off, this isn't really picks, but you have a magnet, an extendable magnet, which is 25 inches long, and it has a little clip here to put it in your pocket or anything like that. Same thing with the extendable mirror. It is, on a joint, so you can turn it whichever way you want, and it does extend, and the mirror is 27.5 inches long. It's always handy to have a mirror as well. So this is a nice little set of not just picks, but a magnet and mirror as well. And then I'll give you the part numbers on these if you want. HTE2T for the mirror, and for the magnet, HT5DIS. Then to start out with the picks, your straight pick, or your awl, it is HP2P, and all of these picks are roughly 9.5 inches, just over 9.5 inches long. The shafts are really strong on these as well. It's got a little grip down here, some knurling right here. Real thin handle. Some people prefer the big comfort grip handles, but when you're working in tight spaces, sometimes you need that smaller handle, and that's why a lot of the times professionals will not just have a pick set with comfort grip handles, which are quite larger. They will also have a small handle set as well for those tight spots. But there's the straight pick. Then you got your 90-degree pick, which is HP1. Then you have your hook, which is HP4. They all have the knurling along the base of the shaft, and they all have the same handles. And then the offset hook, if you guys can see that, that is HP3. I'll just quickly show you, they do have it in the Matco catalog. I'll get into this more later, but it does run $18 to $37 depending on whether you get the discount or not. It contains 4 popular long hooks and picks, pocket telescoping mirror, and pocket telescoping pickup tool. So that's the description for it, and I will get into the other pick sets in this book here in a little bit. Okay, so I did state that I was going to go from cheapest to the more expensive one, but my Gearwrench one is the largest set that I have, so I'm going to save that one for last. But let me go ahead and look up the information on this set. The part number for this set is HP40 Bravo, and it ranges from $21 to $54. You can get it in either the green or the orange handle. Here they are right here, but I will get more into that later on, like I stated. So obviously here you have a much larger handle. It's the comfort grip, nice and rubberized. I mean, with a pick set, you don't need a lot of comfort, but it's always nice. But the weird thing to me is that they have these holes in the handles, which doesn't really make any sense to me, because I don't know when you would ever need to put another pick or screwdriver through for leverage. I'm just not too familiar why you would need that. But let's start off with part numbers. The shafts are a little bit thinner on these, but they're extremely strong. They don't bend or anything like that. They're extremely strong. So for the straight pick, you have PM01B, or maybe that's a PMO1B, but nice handle, short pick. This one is almost 7 inches long. I believe these are all the same length. Yeah, they're all 7-inch picks. So for the 90-degree pick, you have PMO2B. Then for your hook, you have HMO1B. And then your offset, this is a little bit different style of offset, is PMO3B. So like I stated, that set runs 21 to 54 whether you have the discount or not. And then for the longer style, it is $33 to $68, just depending on the discount as well. Alrighty guys, so this is the Gearwrench 7-piece set. Its part number is 84000 Delta, and it runs anywhere from $22 to $50, just depending on who you purchase it from. But I'll show you it here on Amazon. Hopefully you guys can see that. But that is $23 right there. They also do have a miniature hook and pick set for $17, part number 84040. But be aware that they do try and sell these for pretty expensive. This set right here, it's a 4-piece pick set, miniature pick set for $17, and then later on people will be selling it the exact same set for $48, $50, $45, $36. Just be aware that you can get them for $17. You can also buy any one of these individually, just like any other set that I've shown you. That's kind of why I'm reading off the part numbers for you. So if you just want to buy specific ones, then you can. Let's start off with kind of the larger ones. This is just your straight haul, and it's for like scribing and, you know, your bigger things. Sometimes removing hoses and stuff, but most of the time that's when you're going to be using this. This is specifically made for removing like heater hoses and radiator hoses and stuff like that. It's an extremely strong shaft, comes to a point, but it's not like a smaller pick where it's really going to damage a hose. Because if you go and you try and remove a hose or something with something like this, you're just going to poke right through the hose and damage it. So that's why they have these larger ones. And then this one is actually a Cotter Pin Remover, and basically you slide this through the hoop in the cotter pin and you can pry it off. It makes it extremely easy for those stuck cotter pins when doing like brake jobs and stuff like that, replacing bearings in the vehicle. So those can be really handy. Let me go ahead and read you the parts for these, or the part numbers. The straight one is 84003 Delta. You can see it has the nice comfort grip handle, just like all of the other Gearwrench products that I own, the screwdrivers, scrapers, door panel poppers, everything like that. They all come with this extremely nice handle, nice and rubberized. You have these kind of lips around here for grip. Not that you really necessarily need them on picks and stuff, but it's always handy. So moving on to the Cotter Pin Remover, you have 84001 Delta. As you can tell, this one does have a square shaft. Then the hose pick is 84002 Delta. It makes removing heater core hoses and radiator hoses a lot easier, because sometimes those things do get stuck pretty well. So moving into the miniature picks, once again you do have the comfort grip handles, but obviously you can tell they are quite a bit smaller than the others. So granted, you're not going to be able to get into those super tight spaces that you would with, say, a pick set like this, or if you had a pick set like this, where those could get into extremely tight spaces. But overall, this handle isn't large, but it fits good in the hand. It's comfortable. But let's go ahead and start out with the straight pick first. So here you go, part number 84006. There's no knurling at the end of the shaft because you do have this comfort grip handle. Then you have the 90, which is 84005. Then you have your hook, which I showed you before, which is 84004 Delta. And your offset pick, which is 84007. So this is the 7-piece set. You don't just get the miniature picks, but you get your radiator, cotter pin picks and stuff like that as well, ranging from $23 to $50. But really nice. They do come with little covers for each one of the small picks, but I just went ahead and removed those because they're kind of annoying when you need to use it and you got to, take those off and put it back on. So I just took them off. But overall, I really enjoyed this set. This is going to my work box. So now that we've went over those, I'm going to kind of show you some more that I found online if you're looking for like a cheaper set or anything like that, and then we'll get into the Matco and Snap-on catalog. Alrighty guys, so this is the Matco catalog, and I just went through and found the prices for each one of these pick sets. These sets up here are going to be your larger hook and pick sets. The ones that I showed you are small to medium length picks, and they do actually get pretty long, so the price is obviously going to vary. And some of these do have a striking cap on them as well. So here it is, extra long hook and pick sets, and these two sets range from $100 to $200. PSX LM6 for the orange set, and PSX LG6 for the green set, obviously a 6-piece set. 3 short hooks, 3 long hooks for a wide variety of applications under the hood. Blades formed to fit in tight areas. Speed the removal of hoses, clips, washers, gaskets, and a variety of other applications. So that's what they have on their descriptions of their hook and pick sets. Then you have the heavy duty pick sets, and the part numbers for these are going to be PSG4 and PSM4, all depending on the color that you want. And they range from $37 to $75. Keep in mind the higher prices without the discount and the lower prices with the discount. And then you can also, like I stated, buy these individually as well. You have your scratch all, then you have your cotter pin remover, and your radiator hose tools. So here's the part numbers if you just want to read those real quick. And they range from $10 to $25 each, so not too bad. And then here's the set that I showed you earlier. This is the identical set that I got from school, and then they have the longer set as well, which ranges from $33 to $68. So pretty good variety, and I'm pretty sure Matco, they do have more pick sets than just this. This is just what they have in their catalog. So let's go ahead and move into the Snap-on catalog. Sorry about that, guys. This is still the Matco catalog. I forgot that they have another page of them. Here's just their mirrors and magnets and stuff like that, if you want to take a look at that real quick. But moving into the picks, they do have more here. They have HDL HP4, which is $60 to $90. This is another heavy duty LED 4-piece. So if you're working in a dark space, they do have a light built into them, so that's pretty handy, but you're going to pay a little bit more for them. Then you have another set that has a little bit smaller comfort grip to them. That's HP6S. It's a 6-piece set for $13 to $27. And then they just have a whole bunch of different combinations that you can get. Here's the 6-piece set that I have. They have a 4-piece, different 6-piece set, and an 8-piece set as well. This set ranges from 23 to 48, so it all just depends on the size that you get. Then they have these a little bit longer LED hook and pick sets. They just have a built-in LED here in the handle. So that's $32 to $45, and I believe that is it for this catalog. So moving into the Snap-on, here we have many different ones. So These up here, the 4-piece sets, run about $45 to $90. A little bit longer part number, SGA SA 104BR and SGA SA 204AO. So that's just their, normal miniature pick sets. And then you got a little bit longer set, which is SGLA SA 204G, or you just change the last number for whatever color you want, red, orange, or green. And then here's the seal removers. You can use a hook and pick set to remove seals and hoses, but sometimes people don't like to because you really do take the chance of damaging whatever seal that you're working with. So they do have specific tools that look like picks, but they almost have like a spoon end to them, so they're not going to dig in and damage those seals and stuff. So if you're interested in a set of those, Snap-on has them. SGSR 104AR, obviously changing the last letter for whatever color handle you want. Then they have picks and scribes over here. This is that exact same set that I showed you that a lot of manufacturers make. PSLR6 for $45. Or they have this pick and scribe set with an interchangeable. Some people might like that just because they don't have a whole bunch of different handles or picks in their box. And in a way, this could be handy, but then again, I'd feel like I might take the chance of losing the shafts that go into the handle. But it is a quick change collar. 6 LEDs illuminate the dark work areas. Black oxide finish protects. So it's a pretty good set. It runs $60. Just be aware if you do get it, you run the chance of losing the actual picks for it. But then they got their double-sided picks and everything like that down here. And then that's it for there. And then I know they have more here. So to finish up, I'll just let you guys read these part numbers. I'm not going to read them all to you. So there's all their different pick sets. Keep in mind they also do have extremely long picks if you're working on big rigs and stuff like that and you might need a larger pick. They do have those. But I don't have the prices for these, but just keep in mind you can buy them individually or in sets. And all of these, I believe, are lifetime warranty. All the Matco, Gearwrench, even the Harbor Freight ones are all lifetime warranty. So if you're looking for a pick set, hopefully this helped you get an idea of what you want. Alrighty, YouTubers, so that's it for my pick kind of review. I basically just gave you part numbers, kind of showed you the different styles of picks, warranties, and the different handles and stuff like that. But Will Clemens, he is a follower of mine, not just on YouTube, but my Facebook page, and he messaged me this morning showing me that he just got his Gearwrench set of this identical set in, and I want to thank you for your support on my channel, Will, and I really hope you enjoy that pick set. I think you will. It really comes in handy. I've only used it here at home, but what I have used of it, I've loved it. So thank you for sharing that with me. If you guys have anything that you want to share on my Facebook page, please go check it out, Tony the Technician, and you can message me, post pictures, whatever you guys want. I'm always happy to interact with you. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you stay tuned for tomorrow's Tech Tip Tuesday, and I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to hit that thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and as always, subscribe if you're not a subscriber.